So I am the CEO for Billings Clinic.
All right. When did that happen?
We made that change, the board made that change a couple months ago, and just have been moving forward ever since then. So, yeah.
How are you doing so far?
I'm doing well. It's a tough time in healthcare right now across the country, but we've got a good team, and Billings Clinic's a great organization, and we're just getting through all of the things that we need to tackle.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to me a little bit about the culture right now at Billings Clinic.
Yeah, I think Billings Clinic as you know, long history, very strong organization. But I will say the culture and some of the challenges across the country in healthcare it's a tough time. You look, whether it be in the financial challenges or what we went through with the pandemic. It's just been tough in healthcare all across the country, and I think we are as an organization really turning the corner and really working to support our staff, our employees, our physicians, and I think we're moving the needle. It just takes time.
Yeah. Do you feel like Billings Clinic has recovered from the pandemic?
Well, I don't think the country has recovered from the pandemic. I think we are in a period here. You look at the challenges in mental health across the country or in the state and in our region. It's really a tough time, and I think we are doing, I believe, the right things to really weather those challenges. But I see it improving slowly, but it's going to take more time.
What do you think like the biggest thing facing Billings Clinic is right now? I mean, is it a loss of providers? Is it that financial woes? Is it trying to move along in the capacity that you have for years and meeting some of those struggles?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is weathering the sort of the challenges of the day that are impacting all of healthcare. 60% of healthcare organizations across the country are facing financial losses, and we are not immune to those challenges. And a lot of that is tied to this, the high cost of contract labor. We still see that, although it was a problem all through COVID. We still see that today, the very high cost of contract labor. And for us, it's really working to remove as much contract labor from the organization as we can and replace those with employed staff.
When you say contract labor, are you talking about things like traveling nurses?
Traveling nurses, locums, traveling tech positions. We still have a fair number of those in the organization, and unfortunately, that's what we all see across the country is the rates of those. I think they're more than 50% higher than they were back in 2019. So it's a significant cost. For example, you look at, and we need them. You look at like mental health care. So we have to bring in some of the contract labor to help support the teams. And in doing so, we've lost about $7 million just in the delivery of mental health care. But that's a critical service that our state, our region needs, and so it's just a tough situation that will take time for us to work through.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the financial issues. Is Billings Clinic in a financial crisis right now?
So I think in healthcare across the country, there's a financial strain or a significant crisis that's going on. I do think that again, back to the contract labor pieces and some of the expense increase, we have been working diligently to make appropriate changes, whether it be on decreasing the contract labor or addressing some of the costs that we have from some of our supplies, the pharmaceutical costs, all of those things. And so we are seeing incremental improvement in those. But again, Billings Clinic's a big organization, and it takes time to turn the ship. We're seeing that improvement right now.
When the financial component came out a couple months ago, I mean, we're talking $4.5 million a month that you guys are trying to save. It's a lot of money. I mean, is that?
Yeah.
I mean, are other hospitals in that same boat where they're trying to save $4.5 million a month? That's.
Yeah.
I can't even comprehend that. It's so much money. What do you think about that?
It is a lot of money, and now keep in mind, I mean, Billings Clinic, the scale, Billings Clinic, we have about $1 billion in net revenue per year, and so yes, it is a lot of money, but there's a lot of employees and a lot of costs to deliver health care. But as we make some of the operational changes, we are seeing that shift towards a little better. For the month of April, for example, we saw about a $1.5 million shift to the better. And again, it takes that constant, being vigilant about all the expenses that we have to make those changes.
So it's working.
Yeah, we're seeing improvement. I mean, I think there's a lot to do, and again, if you look across the country, the same problems that you're hearing from other healthcare organizations we're facing, and we're just going to have to keep working away. And I think it will take several months for us to really make the important operational changes that we need to make to get us back to where we're really at a break even or close to a break even.
How do you feel, Clint, about how the way that stuff kind of got thrown out into the public? I mean, we had gotten, an email from an employee, and what do you think about that?
I think in the world we live in today, I don't think any of that's a surprise. That's the nature, and that. It's just information flows pretty quick, and I think in some ways we suspected some of that might happen, but I think that's all right. If people want to share their story, we understand.
Why not just address it right away?
Address
The financial issue right away. When it came out, why not just address it? Or why not
Well,
get in front of it?
Yeah, I think we've been addressing, with our organization, with our staff and our employees for months. We've been pretty transparent with the organization of where we are as an organization and some of the financial challenges that we see in the country and that are impacting us. So I think we've been addressing it really internally and have been pretty transparent with our organization.
What about patients, though? Do you think
With
patients should have known that, those financial issues were happening, and there might be an impact to how they see things happen?
Yeah, I think from a patient care standpoint, I will say that's sort of the challenge here is to always stay focused on the patient care, high quality, and not impact the patient care, but still be mindful of the cost. That's a balance. And I think we've done a really good job of that as an organization. We still received CMS 5-star this last year, and we have Leapfrog A. I think we're the only hospital in the state of Montana that has both of those. So I think we keep the focus of patient care, quality, safety for our patients. That is at the forefront of everyone's mind that works at Billings Clinic.
Yeah. We've gotten emails. We've heard from the public that wait times have increased in some departments. The psychiatric program has had incredible wait times, and we know that we've lost providers. We've lost fantastic doctors at Billings Clinic over the last 2 years. So when you talk about that patient access, do you think that component is still thriving? I mean, how can you continue to give the best patient access but still have to cope with those losses?
Yeah, so I think on the provider and the transitions with providers, kind of going back to what we see across the country, there's a transition in healthcare that we've never seen before. Although we are around what national averages are for transition of physicians, that's not ever where we want to be at the average. We want to be better than that, but we've seen those, and that's across the country. So it's something we have to continue to address, and I think we've done a good job with, I will say, with recruitment. Yes, we've had transitions, but we've really hired incredible physicians into the organization. Just recently, last week, I interviewed incredible physician from the West Coast that wants to move to Montana, and people who want to be at Billings Clinic. and I meet those folks every week, and I think although we have transitions, we have been very successful in the recruitment of physicians into service lines that really have maybe had some loss of physicians over the last few years.
Do you know off the top of your head, Clint, what your opening positions are, what you guys are looking for?
Opening positions.
Yeah, like what do you have open right now? What are you looking for right now? Nurses, doctors, all of it?
Yeah, so we have, especially when you look at the contract labor side, we have open positions in all of those that you mentioned. So nurses, there are physician positions, and so various services we need. And again, not contract labor. We're bringing in the contract labor to make sure that we deliver the services, the care that we need, but we have, all of those are open.
Okay. Let's just talk a little bit about like the optics of things, right? The financial component comes out, right? That comes out into the public, comes out to the media.
Yeah.
All the while, though, and this is what has been said to us from people internally and externally, Billings Clinic is trying to merge with Logan Health. You have a big footprint in Bozeman that you're trying to expand. The level 1 trauma certification is happening, and we've seen fundraising and a lot of hype over that. Do you think that it looks good to the public to be doing all of those things while you guys are trying to cut costs?
Yeah, so there's a lot in there. So I think maybe if I talk about Logan, so maybe just talk about Logan Health. And I've said, talk to our employees. The partnership with Logan Health, which that is separate from our financial performance and what we need to do there. That is a partnership of two organizations coming together to really do the right thing for delivering healthcare across our entire geography. And so those are separate, although I understand where people kind of put them together that somehow it's connected. It's not. We need to address the whether or not we partner with Logan, we have to address the financial and operational changes that are needed at Billings Clinic either way. So there's something, what else you'd ask something else?
The level 1 trauma.
Level 1 trauma, yeah.
That, there's a huge push on that. It almost seems like there's like a race, right? There's a race between two hospitals. At least that's how I perceive it. It's like who can get to that level first. And
Yeah.
do you feel like when you fundraise about it, when we do stories about it, when we push it to the public that we're trying to achieve this, does it seem like maybe we should just put a hold on that and focus on financially what's happening inside the hospital?
So you have to remember who you're talking to. So I'm a family medicine physician, and I practice in rural health care, and I've spent many hours, more than you want to know, in a rural hospital across Montana or Wyoming trying to get very ill or very injured patients transferred. And we live in a unique geography that a level 1 trauma, that there's not a level 1 trauma center for 500 miles is a negative impact for patients that live here. So, our journey on level 1 trauma, that is, we've been on that for years, and so I don't know that I can speak to the race portion of this, but we have been very focused on that journey, and just 10 days ago we had our review from the American College of Surgeons for level 1. I think that went very well, and we'll wait for the next 10 weeks or so to hear from the American College of Surgeons on their decision.
Okay. I thank you for addressing that, and I think that you probably have a great stake in that. I mean, thank you for doing what you've done in those trauma situations. You're fantastic. But what do you want to say to people who are like, well, I see them expanding in Bozeman. Well, why are they, what is that kind of overlapping statement that you would give about that? Yeah, so I do want to address some of the building or the presence in Bozeman. We as we make a strategic plan, and that the Bozeman plan was, that was years ago. But as we make those plans, we go out for bonds to
that we use for the financing of those builds. And those bonds, it's dedicated to, whether it be Bozeman or for other building or other capital needs we have. We can't use them to pay for operations or for pay for salaries or those things. We can't do that. So I think that's important. And I know that it's that can be confusing for people. You're building here, but we can't use them for operational needs.
Do you think you guys are like on the right track now? You know, you've made some decisions on what to cut. You were strategic about it. You've seen a little bit of progress there already in just 1 month. We're going to get back to where we need to be.
Yes, I think we're doing all the right things. Don't get me wrong. As I said, healthcare right now is very challenging, and we have to be very vigilant. I mean, we're in the most complex industry in the country, probably the world, and that is the advancements in science are at lightning speed. We live in a very complex regulatory environment. The payment systems and processes are very complicated, and then you throw in, the national challenges of costs that we've been talking about. All of that just makes what we're trying to navigate very challenging, and so it's going to take vigilance and teamwork. And to your question around, are we on the right path? I know that just from the teams that I talk to at Billings Clinic, that are always focused on the right thing, which is the safety of patients, improving. There is no good enough for the teams that I work with. There's always how do we make ourselves better? What's the next thing to make sure we're better?
Have you lost employees since that financial issue came out?
I think we've had transitions in employees, and I think that's, I don't know I can speak to the number, but we have had some. And, I want to make sure that Billings Clinic is the place that people want to be. I will say we have incredible longevity at Billings Clinic. Just last week we had last week was Nurses Week, and I mean the number of nurses at Billings Clinic who have been there for a very long time. We had one of the nurse awards for a nurse that was there for 40 years who has trained countless nurses at our organization, and that longevity, that bringing the culture and teaching that to the next generation it's throughout Billings Clinic. It's impressive.
Yeah, that's amazing. 40 years. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, I'm just gonna check my time. You talk about longevity a little bit. We've seen St. B's. They're merging, or they're, whatever it is, whatever they're titling it, they're rebranding. There's another hospital involved with them. Could that happen to Billings Clinic? Are you propping your guys' self up for a sale of any kind?
No. Billings Clinic is a Montana-based independent healthcare system, and we will remain that way. That's, as we work with Logan, as you saw from our announcements there, we want to build a integrated Montana-based independent health system here in Montana, where decisions are made in Montana for the patients that we care for.
Do you think if you can't seem to get the financial component, in order and solve that kind of that's got to be a headache. That's got to be a hard equation to solve. If you can't do that, is that where a lot of hospitals go? Would Billings Clinic maybe have to go that route, where there is an acquisition or there's a sale of some sort, or somebody comes looking and they're Mayo Clinic or whatever it is, and they're saying, we like what you do? What do you think?
So in short, no. I know the equation. You're not wrong. It's a hard equation to solve for, but we can solve for it. Again, it's part of why we want to partner not only with Logan, but as we have partnerships across the state and region down into Wyoming. All of that helps us to work better as a system, deliver better patient care, and overall helps the efficiencies that we have in delivering healthcare as part of a system.
Let's see, I'm just gonna look. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw one more at you. Back in August when you took over, you had said specifically that you want a better patient access.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you've done that?
So there, with respect to access, we've done a lot of work around phone access, around access to just getting into our clinics and accessing our providers. I do believe that we've made a lot of improvement. I think that it's something that we need to continue to work on. And part of that ties to some of the things you brought up, making sure that we have recruited and retained very solid, very strong physicians in our community. And so I think, yes, I think we've made improvement, but there's always room for more improvement.
I think that's all I have. Is there anything else you want to tell me about the level 1 trauma? Anything else? Anything else you want to break right here?
Not that I can think of.
So you're sitting pretty good with it.
Yes.
When do you know?
In about 10 weeks, we'll hear from the American College of Surgeons.
When is that done? When you find out that's done, you're good, or are you going to look to the next phase of that?
It's done. It's done as in.
When you get certified as that.
If
You
we were successful and were certified as a Trauma One care center, then I don't think there's ever an end to the phase. We will continue to improve and advance, and then it's really how do we ensure we have the care systems that make sure that we can make a difference in trauma patients across our state.
Okay, all right. Anything else that you want to say, Clint? Maybe something I didn't ask? Any final thoughts? A lot of people use Billings Clinic. I do. That's where I go. Is there anything that you just want to?
I think Billings Clinic is an incredible place. Billings Clinic has saved my dad's life more times than I can count, and saved my daughter's life when she had a rattlesnake bite. I know the people there and the culture that exists there is really focused on the right things, and that's taking care of patients that live here in our region. And I'm excited to be helping to lead the organization.
Anyone who's looking at this interview and they're saying, well, I know, but I've had a different experience, what would you say to that person? Is it like, bear with us? Is it?
I think Billings Clinic is a good organization. Nobody's perfect. And if there are things that we have not done the best, I would hope that patients would tell us. We always want to hear where we need to make improvements. I think that's where we improve, is when we hear from our patients and where maybe we haven't done the best job, and that's how we improve every day.
Okay, all right. Thank you.